Hi, my name is Julie, and My Story Animated will give $1,000 to one lucky person who subscribes in the next 7 days. Tell your friends, your sister, brother, and mom to subscribe now! I have no idea where I was born or who my parents really were. All I ever knew was my orphanage and the kids there. But once when I was 5, I saw a magazine in a trash bin and I fished it out. As I flipped the pages, I came across a picture of a beautiful couple. They looked perfect! I was certain my parents looked like that. I cut out the picture and tucked it under my pillow. The next day, a couple came to the orphanage and the head mother took me to meet them. I looked at their faces and then at the picture in my hand. Nah, I'm not going with them. And with that, I ran off to hide. Basically, after that, I refused to get adopted till I met the couple of my dreams. By the time I was in 1st grade, most of my friends had left. One night, as I was looking out the window at the stars, I spotted some paint cans and brushes by a wall. I climbed down and started painting on the side of the building. I thought it looked really good, but the next morning, I woke up to the head mother's screams.
I want everyone downstairs, now!
As I joined the rest outside, she pointed at my painting.
Which one of you brats made this nonsense?
Speak up! Just then, a car drove up to the orphanage, and I was shook! It was a beautiful couple, exactly like the one in my picture. Okay, not exactly, but close enough. Suddenly the woman said, "Oh, wow! Who painted this wall mural?" "Me! It was me!" The head mother turned purple while the couple told me I was so talented. And then they adopted me. When we reached their house, my jaw dropped. It looked more like a palace. They took me to my beautiful room, and a maid walked in with paints and brushes.
You can paint the walls however you like, sweetheart. Go crazy.
For the next 2 years, I lived my best life. Grand birthdays, party on yachts, exotic vacations. My parents kept me by their side and were always boasting to their friends about how talented I was. I felt truly loved. Then one day, in 3rd grade, I went downstairs to find them crying. "Mom? Dad? What's wrong?" "Oh, darling, these are happy tears. I'm pregnant. After trying for 10 years, I can't believe this is happening." I ran forward and hugged them. It would be awesome to have a sibling. I fell in love with baby Polly at first sight. While she and Mom were resting in the hospital room, I went to the vending machine to get candy. But when I returned, the room was empty. I ran to the reception, and the lady there said that my family had just checked out. Wait, what? I felt panic rise in my chest. Just then, a kind-looking doctor approached me. "Sweetheart, is everything okay?" I got lost. Can you take me home, please?" The lady dropped me home, and I stormed off inside. I found my parents in my room, and all my stuff was outside. Some men were slapping on pink paint all over my wall art. "Mom, Dad, I'm here!"
Good to know. Why are you announcing it?
Hello? You guys forgot me at the hospital? "No, I didn't." "Did you hit your head somewhere? And can you please pick up your stuff?" Turns out my parents had decided to convert my room to Polly's nursery, and I was shifted to the room in the other wing of the house. As Polly grew older, she had my parents wrapped around her little finger. She could do no wrong. Once when she was 2, we were having dinner when she jumped onto the table and pushed my bowl of hot soup onto my lap. "Gosh, Polly, what's wrong with you?"
Don't talk to her like that.
"She's just a baby. She doesn't know what she's doing." As I stormed off to change, I didn't feel too sure about that. By the time Polly was 4, my parents felt worried because she still only spoke in her baby language. One time when I was watching TV, she suddenly climbed onto the couch and brought her face close to my ear. "Julie, I hate you. You're disgusting." "What? What did you just say?" "You heard me." And with that, she smiled and started watching TV. Just then, Mom and Dad walked in and I shouted, "You won't believe this! Polly can talk! Like proper words!" "What? Oh, my baby, I missed it!" "What did she say?" "She said she hates me, and I'm disgusting."
Wow, Julie. Really? She just started talking and she's saying words like disgusting? What rubbish!
"I swear!" "Oh, be quiet. Polly, if you can talk, say, 'I love you, Mommy.'" "Baba Mumuka." You've got us excited over nothing, Julie. I don't know why you're turning into such a brat. Oh my God! I was convinced my baby sister was a psychopath. One night, I looked at the symptoms of psychopaths online, and they were usually highly intelligent and used big words from a young age. Polly seemed to fit the description perfectly. She started talking properly in front of everyone soon, but that just made things worse. When I was in 11th grade, and Polly was 8, my parents decided to host a grand New Year's party. As I was getting dressed, I looked up in the mirror to see Polly standing behind me, holding a pair of scissors. "Hey, that's dangerous. Give it to me." She gave me a look that sent shivers down my spine. "You didn't say please." And then she grabbed her long blonde curls and snipped them off. "Oh my God, why'd you do that?" "Oh, you'll see." And suddenly, her bottom lip started to quiver and tears welled up in her eyes. "Mom! Dad! Look what Julie did! My beautiful curls! This is such a tragedy!" Mom and Dad came running, and they were beyond furious. They wouldn't even listen to me.
We know you're jealous of Polly, but we never thought you'd go this far.
Sometimes I wonder if we made a mistake adopting you. Sometimes I think I made a mistake too, thinking you were the perfect parents. With that, I ran off to the park across the street. I was sitting on the swings when someone joined me.
Hey, is everything okay? Why are you here by yourself at night?
I live right across the street, and I'm fine. Why are you here?
Oh, I just moved here with my aunt, in the house next to that huge mansion.
I felt myself warming up to his kind face, but just then, my tummy let out a loud growl. God, how embarrassing! But he didn't laugh. He just leapt off the swing and said,
I gotta head home for dinner. Would you like to join me and my aunt?
When I got to his house, I was in for a surprise. His aunt was that doctor who dropped me from the hospital years ago, and she actually recognized me. As Lucas walked me back home, a clock somewhere struck midnight, and fireworks exploded all over the sky. Happy New Year! He suddenly took my hand, and my heart raced a little.
Everyone should have someone to kiss on New Year's Eve. Happy New Year, Julie.
He pulled me closer, and I leaned in for a kiss. My parents decided to give me the silent treatment for the next few weeks, but I didn't care. I'd spend all my time after school painting in my room or hanging out at Lucas's place. We'd started dating, and I was loving every second of it. One night, I let Lucas in through my window, and we were making out when suddenly we heard the lock on the door click, and someone flung it open. It was Polly! Oh my God! How did you open the door? I have keys to all the rooms. Duh! I come here all the time. So, why are you keeping your boyfriend a secret from me? You're seriously asking why? Maybe because you're a complete psycho and you'll find a way to ruin anything good in my life? Jeez, you're so melodramatic. So, Lucas, how soon can you marry Julie and take her away?
What? I can't marry her right now, but...
Wrong answer! And with that, she fled the room. 2 minutes later, my parents burst in to find me sleeping peacefully.
Where's the boy?
What? What boy? Polly said you had a boy in your room. Well, I was sleeping, so I don't know what crazy Polly saw. Go ahead and look. My parents searched my room and the servants searched the grounds and found nothing. After they finally left, I lifted the loose floorboard in my room and Lucas crept out from under it. That Polly thought she knew everything, but I'd been here longer than her. But to my horror, the door flung open again, and my parents and Polly were standing there. See? I told you he was still here. How did she even know? All hell broke loose as my parents called over Lucas's aunt and threatened to hand him to the police for breaking in. Please, sir, it won't happen again.
You bet it won't. Do you even know who I am? Stay away from my house, or you'll regret it.
As Lucas's aunt dragged him off, Dad turned to me.
You're grounded for eternity. God knows what kind of people your parents were, because you seem like a really bad egg.
Well, by that logic, your parents must have been big jerks.
How dare you talk like that? After everything we've done for you, you're just an orphan no one wanted, and we saved you from that miserable place.
No, you took me because you just wanted a talented child to show off. But since Polly came, you've reminded me every day that I'm not your kid. As I paced around my room furiously, my eyes fell on a stuffed teddy bear on the shelf. It was the only present Polly had given me once. And suddenly, I had a realization why. I pulled out the teddy bear's eyes, and I saw what I'd suspected. There was a tiny camera behind one of them. Polly had been using it to spy on me. I looked straight into the camera. Polly, you're a creep, but this is the last time you'll mess with me. And with that, I ripped it out and smashed it with my foot. That night, I packed my paintings and climbed out the window, leaving that house behind forever. And it felt good. But I didn't go to Lucas. I went back to the orphanage.
Well, I just knew you'd be back one day. You can stay, but you'll have to earn your keep.
I started teaching kids in the orphanage, and I felt happier than I had in ages. One day, as I was going to class, a car drove up, and I was shocked to see Lucas and his aunt. Lucas ran to me and gave me a bear hug. His aunt took my hand next and said, "Julie, Lucas and I were wondering, would it be okay if I officially adopted you? Thank you for that, but I don't need a parent. I can take care of myself. I'm just happy to have you as my friend." I kept dating Lucas while I worked my way through college. Soon after my graduation, he went down on one knee with a ring. And of course I said yes. We got married in a small ceremony, but I made sure to invite all the kids from the orphanage. We had the sweetest wedding day ever. A year later, I gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, and my heart soared with joy. I'll work hard to give you the best life possible, and I'll make you always know that you're truly, truly loved.